Yeah. Oh, meet number 1. Yeah, go Greyhound. Woo!
The Manny Tigers are going to come in here next week, guys. And it's between us and them. We get to the dome. Hey, we will not lose. Hey, we will not lose.
DJ Charles on the track.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do, like a sneeze. Please for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling. Went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages are foreign. Menaging, sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it with Mariah. Lil' I'm on fire, icy as a hockey ring, Philly flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey to rest in peace. Hey to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? 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 Slumber, baby.
Community's been one for a long time. I'm just really happy for the community and all of our players. They worked so hard for it, and all of our assistant coaches, and everybody went into it. It was just a great effort by everyone.
And you need to play, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Big thing. sports, it's officially championship week for Welsh. The Greyhounds head to New Orleans on Wednesday night at a Friday's state title game. Today, the Hounds hit the turf field of Westlake as Welsh prepares for the field that they'll play on later this week. Welsh will practice on a couple of different turf fields this week as they better prepare its players. This will be a week that the Hounds will remember forever, just like the game and celebration this past Friday.
Oh, the celebration, that's the best part. You get to celebrate with your boys. You know, this is the best feeling in the world. It still hasn't sunk into me yet, knowing that you're going to the Dome, you know. Still soaking it in, and I'm going to go up there and get us a state championship Friday.
Oh, we was happy. We felt proud. And like, we got in the locker room, we was dancing on and all that, throwing stuff on the ground, our helmets, we were so happy we made it.
Hey, thanks, Taylor. Welcome out to the Crescent City, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome just behind me, and the high school state championships. 18 teams enter the week with title hopes, but only 9 get to say they're state champions. Of course, one of our own, the Welsh Greyhounds, in the mix still. It's the third ever title game for Welsh and the first since 1992. Earlier this afternoon, as the Hounds packed the bus before heading off to New Orleans, you could sense the air of excitement and nervousness.
New Orleans, we come!
It feels really good, sir. I mean, going to the championship, we've been working 15 weeks, 4 long years for this. It's finally here. Finally got a chance at the Dome.
It feels really good. We're really excited to have this experience. We're just ready to get there and get the business taken care of because we're about to come home with a ring.
And that's really been the main focus for this Welsh team this season. There was little talk to start the year about anything else but ring chasing. Coach Richardson says it stems from last season's early playoff exit.
I think that's kind of been the motivating factor for us this year, is to make sure that we had a better year and that we finished as being the best football team that we could be, and we didn't feel like we finished that way last year.
The Hounds will also be playing an equally motivated St. Helena team. The Hawks are young with only 8 seniors, but they too are fueled from a playoff loss as they fell in the semifinals last year.
They're very athletic, explosive. I think, quarterback's about 6'4". He can really run and throw the football. A lot of speed and height everywhere. We played those kind of guys before, though, and we feel good about it. We know it's going to be a big challenge.
Welsh will get its first chance to walk the carpet Thursday morning. Each team gets about 2.5 hours to practice and soak up the atmosphere.
I've been thinking about it ever since we won Friday. Just to walk onto the Dome, look up and just look how big it is and how many people there is to support you. This is going to be the best feeling.
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my team too. It's going to be our first time playing in New Orleans in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
My eyes going to be big as my face. It's going to be, I don't even know, I can't even explain the feeling it's going to be.
We, of course, will be there with Welsh every step of the way as they get set to play the state title game on Friday on the same field as Drew Brees and the Saints do. At your service with the Hounds in New Orleans, Brady Raynard for KPLC 7 Sports. Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, home of the LHSAA State Championships. Day 1 now, almost in the book. The Division IV Championship about to wrap up here in a couple of minutes. But earlier today, we were with the Greyhounds as they went through a walkthrough here on the Superdome turf ahead of tomorrow's noon kickoff. There was definitely no stiffness in the Welsh Greyhounds as they practiced in the Dome this morning. The Hounds took their time to soak up the atmosphere.
I think all of us, even coaches, were taking some pictures out here on the field, They were probably laughing at us, snickering the ones that have been here 10 times or whatever, but, first time being here, it's big for everyone involved.
I was just in awe. It's just crazy looking up at these lights and Mercedes-Benz and
it's hard to take it all in at once. Like, it didn't feel real the whole week that we were actually even coming here, but once we stepped onto this field, it's like, wow, we're really here, you know.
But the challenge for first-time teams is to not let the moment get too big. Focus is a buzzword this week for the Hounds.
It's really easy to lose focus when you're on a stage like this, so we know as players that there's a bigger opportunity out here just to have fun, you know. We just gotta stay focused and try to go get it.
This Welsh team seems to be keyed in on the target at hand. A big factor in the desire of the Hounds comes from the fact that many players on this team have family connected to Welsh's 1989 and 1992 Dome appearances.
My dad actually played in '92, and he didn't get a chance to bring home the trophy, and to bring that back to my dad and my family, I think he's more happy than I am to play here. So to make him proud is just the biggest thing I can do for him.
My uncle played here in '92, and just to have him behind my back, and it's awesome.
In '89 and '92, they came and they lost. They got run each year. Everybody keeps telling us, man, go take it home, go do what we couldn't do. It's a lot of motivation for us, and it really drives us to want to go get that ring even more.
It's just history in the making right now. Just love it. I think it's going to come down to who's the better team, and I feel like we're the better team. We got Zach Hayes.
The Greyhounds came out of the locker room fired up, although Welsh was cold and calculated today. The mission was simple: bring the bone home. The Hounds were going to ensure not to beat themselves or let the moment get too big. Welsh and St. Helena traded blows early as Fred Lopez's 40-yarder was the long scoring play in the first quarter. But the second proved to be a much different story. Zach Hayes and company would take control. Hayes hits Dorenzino on the hitch and go as the Hounds took advantage of St. Helena's aggressiveness, and quickly it was 10-0 Welsh. The Hawks cough up the ball for a second time, which gives way for Hayes to punch it in for his second score of the night. He keeps it and walks in, and just like that, the Hounds led 17-0. Welsh was far from done, however. The Hounds would have to settle for a field goal, but a bad snap. Hayes would react on it, scrambles, tosses one up to Alec Igas. Just like they drew it up, Hayes was a force in this one. The senior accounted for all 5 touchdowns and 166 yards. Another Hawks fumble adds insult to injury. Welsh would get great field position again, and they capitalized again. Hayes throws his 3rd touchdown of the game, floats this one to Zeno in the soft spot, and it was 31-0 Welsh at the half. The Hawks would score early in the 3rd to make this a ball game down the stretch, but Hayes' score to Igas in the 4th all but secured it, as Welsh would use a 31-0 lead, coasting to their first ever state title, 38-26.
Oh man, it's been 4 long years, 4 or 5 months just grinding, summer practice, all for this moment. Finally get a chance to play this here in this dome, and then we finally win it. This is the dream.
I dreamed of it and I wanted it, but it was almost like it felt like it was almost too good to be true. It still feels that way, to be honest with you. It doesn't even seem real. I almost want to just get back from it right now and go back and take a look from the outside in. It just doesn't even seem like it's really happening.
That's probably the biggest crowd I've ever seen Welsh have. And for everybody to just come support us, it shows how much they wanted it. I think they wanted it more than we did. So just to bring that back to the community and back to our hometown is just very exciting.
Let's go, baby. We're going to get this bling.
If it wasn't obvious by now, Welsh came down to New Orleans with a mission in mind: continue what Coach Wall and company started 28 years ago and bring the bone home. The game couldn't have started any better for the Welsh Greyhounds. After a 3-0 first quarter, the Hounds started to run away. Zach Hayes and company would take control of the game with a 28-point second quarter. The first score came when Hayes hooked up with Dorenzino on the hitch and go.
Dorenzino is an incredible receiver. He made the great move of that hitch and that cornerback bit, and he just sailed it, and then I threw it wide open to him.
Hayes did that a total of 3 times in the first half. Most of Welsh's scores actually came via St. Helena fumbles. The Hawks coughed up the rock 3 times in the first half, and Welsh capitalized each time. Hayes punched in for his second score of the night. That made it 17-0. Then not long after, the game's MVP made the play of the day on special teams.
I talked to the guys right before the play, and I said, remember, if it's a bad snap, we're going to go fire. Fire is what we call on a bad snap, you know, and that's exactly what it was. We actually had a bad snap.
It was off to my left, and I grabbed it, and I just tried to buy as much time as I could because I know we have players that'll make plays when needed. And Alec, I guess, was in the back of the end zone, and I threw it up to him, and he made an incredible catch.
It was big. Momentum-wise, especially, it was huge at that moment.
Hawks would ride the momentum to another fumble. Hayes would then hit Zeno for another touchdown. The Hounds took a 31-0 lead into the half. The route was on.
But I thought if we executed well on defense and executed well on offense, I thought that we could pretty much have a big game. And the first half showed that.
At halftime, John Richardson had one desire for his Hounds: keep fighting.
They want you to make them quit. Do it for them. Do them a favor, put them out of their misery.
The Hawks made the Hounds sweat in the second half, but Welsh made the plays they needed to down the stretch to secure the team's first state title.
Faced so much adversity through all these 4 years. It feels so good to finally be able to do this. We're #1, baby. You know, it's every high school football player's dream to win a state championship, and everybody counted us out every single week and said we couldn't do it. To finally prove them wrong, it really just it's hard to fight back the tears when something like that happens.
There is no bigger reward in high school football than what you got right there. And forever in your life, no matter what down the road, they can never take that away from you. You are the 2017 Class 2A state champions, and I'm proud as hell of you.
We got the bone. It's back. We was here, baby. We did it. After 25 years, we done did it. It's over.
I guess you could say the third time was the charm for Welsh. Just like the Greyhound program, Coach Richardson said he's been waiting 20-plus years to get his first title. Now that he has it, he said he'd guess his next goal needs to be to win another. At your service from the Superdome with the state champion Greyhounds. Brady Reynard, KPLC 7 Sports.